SaaS platform for rental businesses. So essentially, we give them all the tools they need to run their online business, such as scheduling, POS integration, rental and inventory management, data analytics, and kind of everything in between. So rental businesses right now only really have two options when it comes to building their online presence. So one, it's really like they can go custom development and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on building their own software, building their own site, or they can go, use kind of a typical website builder, which would be like a Wix or a GoDaddy site where they can build a little online presence. So what we're solving is just they live in kind of the 90s in terms of their technology. So it's outdated. They use kind of pen and paper to manage their data. All of their sites are kind of spread out across different platforms, and there's no tool that really solves this problem right now. And the ones that are out there are pretty inconvenient because they're not made for rental industries, or they're super expensive and not affordable. So we created this product that was both super affordable, so any business, no matter their size, can use it and be on our platform, and then super convenient, so they can come on our platform, no matter if they have a technological background or not. They can come on it immediately and start running their online store and have all of their everything they need to run their store in one centralized place. Really like go back and focus on customer discovery, go back and focus, like don't just rush and try to build the product, even though it's super cool to build your first prototype and it's working and you can send it to people and you have this cool product. You got to kind of go back and take a couple steps back and really figure out, what is this solving, and is it a nice to have, or is it like a super important thing? Kind of like how I describe that is it's like if you have a meeting and it's like, with your banker, for instance, you're probably not going to miss the meeting because it's super important to you. But if you just have, like a random sales call with the company, if you had to miss that, you probably would, because it's not like a need to have. It's not something that you have to do. So really like figuring out if your product is like a need to have, if people need it, that'd probably be the biggest thing. I was just a network member here, and then kind of progressing on into becoming a resident. Now we have a space here, so it's been really great. I think also just having an office space is just kind of that. It's like more goals to kind of set. Like even though that's probably not how it was originally intended, it feels like just like how raising funding, getting to those next stepping stones. Going from a desk space to an office to a larger office, and eventually hopefully to be where like Manifold was upstairs type place. So it's like levels like for the companies downstairs to like aspire and try to get to. So it's helpful in terms of like setting milestones and like trying to hit those goals. And then it's just been a really interesting kind of community here. So yeah, I mean, we have a lot on product pipeline in terms of what we want to get done. I think really we're trying to we want to power economies and trade around the world, and it starts with rental businesses, and it starts with helping the circular economy and like empowering places that haven't been powered before. And then eventually we have some products in our pipeline and partnerships we're working on right now with kind of companies in places in like South America or the Caribbean, like places that haven't had that massive innovation yet, and like the trade and e-commerce. So we have kind of a product pipeline that stems and goes kind of beyond just the circular economy and just kind of powering trade and being like we want to kind of power trade and economies around the world through software and hardware. I think that's kind of where we want to be in 5 years.